Thursday, the 22nd day in the month of September. My name is Atiku. Do not forget a very quick reminder that our office situated at number 32 Olu Road, Ekulobia is open and fully functional. For every inquiries you want to make, for every information you have for Omega FM, for every business negotiation, you can walk into our office at number 32 Olu Road, Ekulobia, and you would be glad that you walked into that place. And yes, to begin a look at the various headlines on different national dailies on our table, we begin with the Punch newspaper. And the first one we have on the Punch is crisis lingers in Makinde-led Southwest PDP amid Ayu must go call. Crisis lingers in Makinde-led Southwest PDP amid Ayu must go call. This is following the crisis that has been rocking the People's Democratic Party after their presidential what's it called now? The presidential primary election of that party. Yes, that was the word I was looking for. And this one here says Lagos government restates commitment to tackle drug abuse. Lagos government restates commitment to tackle drug abuse. ASU to appeal ruling. Parents want strike ended. ASU to appeal ruling. Parents want strike ended. Few days ago, we got a report that the industrial court has ruled in favor of the federal government, ordering the academic staff union of universities to resume school, to resume academic services, to open up the school. And the management, the leadership of the ASU, the body, is alleging that they would appeal the ruling of the court. Let's see what behoves of that hope of theirs. Court sets aside $47 million Paris Club payment judgment. Court sets aside $47 million Paris Club payment judgment. Men arraigned over alleged 9 million naira fraud in Lagos. Men arraigned over alleged 9 million naira fraud in Lagos. PDP calls emergency meeting over governance. Others gang up. PDP calls emergency meeting over governance. Others gang up. And finally, MC Oluoma opposed sale of campaign stickers. MC Oluoma opposed sale of campaign stickers in Lagos State. This is following the allegation, following a viral video that is trending, where some road workers we are seeing forcing commuters to purchase or pay a fee of 1,000 naira for the sticker of the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. And that's all we can take from the Punch. Do pick a copy and read up. And away from the Punch to the Sun newspaper. Road to 2023, Atiku, Wike crisis puts PDP in tight corner. Road to 2023, Atiku, Wike crisis puts PDP in tight corner. Federal government lacks political will to end insecurity. Agbanleva, Benue Can chairman. Buhari beats UN farewell, assures uncredible elections. Buhari beats UN farewell, assures uncredible election. That's following the trip that our President Muhammadu Buhari made to the United Nations meeting. And he's leaving the venue, he's leaving the host country, and is assuring on that meeting that there would be credible election in Nigeria come 2023. Let's see, majority of the electorates are being hopeful and anticipating that both the INEC and the government authorities, the security operatives and units will allow for a credible, free, and fair election. Let's be hopeful that things will turn out right and positive as we envisage them. 2023, Nigeria too advanced for Muslim presidency, says CAC president. Nigeria too advanced for Muslim presidency, says CAC president. And finally, power rotation is unconstitutional, says Senator Yerema. For more details, you can pick a copy of the Sun newspaper and read up. And away from that to the Guardian newspaper. No Ogoni candidate can win 2023 Guba poll. Kingsman tells Senator Abe and others. No Ogoni man can win 2023 Guba poll. Kingsman tells Senator Abe and others. You may want to know why this has been said to Senator Abe in Rivers State. You may want to know why this is being said to other candidates. You may also want to know who is saying this. And on the basis these claims have been made, you need to pick a copy of the Vanguard and find out the details of this story. Lagos court remands Gbajabiamila in prison over 30 million naira fraud. Lagos court remands Gbajabiamila in prison over 30 million naira fraud. Interesting. Stakeholders seek revision of harsh Lagos traffic laws. Stakeholders seek revision of harsh Lagos traffic laws. Makinde approves 12.5 billion naira for reconstruction, dualization of 35.6 kilometer Iwo Lalobon Odoba Road. Makinde approves 12.5 billion naira for reconstruction, dualization of 35.6 kilometer Iwo Lalobon Odoba Road. And that's all we can take from the Guardian to pick a copy and read up. And away from the Guardian to the Tribune newspaper. Igbinedion University to absorb Nigerian medical students from Ukraine. Igbinedion University to absorb Nigerian medical students from Ukraine. It's following medical students who returned from Ukraine following the crisis, or what we may call war between the Ukrainians and the Russians. Under PDP to Akeredolu, Mama gave you to Ondo State as a great gift. Mama gave you to Ondo State as a great gift. That's the People's Democratic Party of Ondo State talking to Governor Akeredolu, the governor of Ondo State. NSCDC warns politicians against hate speech, racism, others. NSCDC warns politicians against hate speech, racism, and others. 2023, Christians must vote candidates who will protect their interests. CAC President Oladele tells Christians. Christians must vote candidates who will protect their interests. CAC President Oladele tells Christians. Reps to probe Chinese national. Alleged murder of corps member, Miss Buhari. Reps to probe Chinese national, alleged murder of corps member, Miss Buhari. This is following the recent story that broke out on the internet of a Chinese national who murdered or killed a Nigerian corper because he alleged that the lady in question refused to marry him after spending his money on the girl and all of the stories that he made up for his reasons to have murdered the girl. Let's see what's going to be the result of this probe. We do hope that equity prevails. We do hope that absolute sincerity, that no sort of immunity and impunity is geared. And I don't know, but let's just be hopeful and see what becomes of this probing. And finally, ASU to appeal court order directing them to call off strike. ASU to appeal court order directing them to call off strike. And that's all we can take from the Tribune. To pick a copy and read up. And away from that to the Business Day newspaper. PDP crisis deepens, 7 days to campaign kick-off. PDP crisis deepens, 7 days to campaign kick-off. Interesting. Putin orders more troops to Ukraine. Putin orders more troops to Ukraine. The president of Russia is ordering more troops to Ukraine. And there's been too many stories making rounds on the internet that there is a purported end to that war. But we still see some negating comments, negating reactions of the president of Russia, who seemingly is gearing too many things are happening, stories that are not even pleasant to the ear. But we do hope that this comes to an end shortly. Sincerely, too many destruction has been happening, too many lives, so much has been lost in this war. And it's time for the world powers to come together and see how much they can interfere to pacify this situation. Honestly, 35% of Nigerian dollar millionaires lose status under Buhari. 35% of Nigerian dollar millionaires lose status under Buhari. Soft drinks manufacturers raise prices to cope with 10 naira per liter tax. Interesting. Soft drinks manufacturers raise prices to cope with 10 naira per liter tax. The masses are actually bearing the brunt of virtually everything that is happening in our system. Soft drink, what most people used to, how do I put it now, suffice for me, what most people rely on as food, the prices are beginning to hike. The inflation is going up. Even soft drinks manufacturers are not left out. They just increase the price so they can actually meet up with the increment in tax per liter. It's quite painful. It's quite painful. I wouldn't know what would be the hope of the common Nigerian. We do hope that things turn around as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. And that's all we can tell from the Business Day. You pick a copy and read up for more details. And if you are just joining us, this is Omega 101.7 FM, my radio, your radio, and this is Electronic Press Review. We are taking a look at various headlines across our national dailies to see what they've got for us this day, the 22nd day of the month of September, and today is Thursday. You can also be a part of this conversation on our Facebook page at Omega 101.7 FM. You can join our conversation live on Facebook, and every of your reaction, we would definitely get to see them and read them up here. You can also follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube. And when you do follow us on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe by clicking on the notification button with the bell icon. You can absolutely also follow us live on YouSocial. And there are prizes to be won on YouSocial. Just do follow us and drop us a comment of what we are discussing now. Just drop us a comment, and the first 5 persons to drop us comment on our platform on YouSocial, we get to win a prize. And on the New Telegraph newspaper, we have this one: presidency, why APC's same-faith candidacy can't fly, by Ezife. Why APC's same-faith candidacy can't fly, says Ezife. PDP crisis, punishment for breaching constitution, says Nkire. PDP crisis, punishment for breaching constitution, says Nkire. Why government won't fund political parties, says Gbajabiamila. Why government won't fund political parties, says Gbajabiamila. El Rufai How successive governments crippled investments in power sector. How successive governments crippled investments in power sector. Atiku dares Wike, says you won't resign. Interesting. Interesting. I am more interested in this Atiku's reaction, honestly, because for a very long time that this issue has been lingering. We have hardly seen Atiku come out rightly to say something. This time around, Atiku dares Wike, says you won't resign. More like saying, do your worst. Do that you can do. Let all your biddings be made manifest now, because you will not resign. I want to work with you as the presidential candidate of our great party, People's Democratic Party. That's Atiku speaking. That's more like a rephrase of what he just said. Atiku dares Wike, you won't resign. Interesting. Let's see what's going to be the reaction of the governor of Rivers State. Wike has been in the news for so many times because of his comments, his reactions, and his political dramas following this crisis. That's quite an interesting one. And finally, on the New Telegraph, oil theft, hold military responsible. Bengasin tells Senate. Oil theft, hold military responsible. Bengasin tells Senate. And that's all we can take from the New Telegraph. Do pick a copy and read up. And on the Vanguard newspaper, my advocacy project stands for Igbo presidency. Yara tells Ohanes Ndigbo. My advocacy project stands for Igbo presidency. Yara tells Ohanes Ndigbo. Interesting. Justice Eta Mbaba not under our investigations. EFCC clarifies. Justice Eta Mbaba not under our investigations. The EFCC clarifies. Senatorial ticket saga. I have confidence judiciary will do justice. Agom Eze. I have confidence judiciary will do justice. Agom Eze. ASU. We are optimistic our children will go back to school soon, says VC. We are optimistic our children will go back to school, says VC. You may want to know which vice chancellor is speaking and on what basis he is laying these claims. You need to pick a copy of the Vanguard and find out rather more details. Federal government still prepared to negotiate with ASU in spite of court victory, says minister. It's coming from Ngige. Federal government prepared to negotiate with ASU in spite of court victory. Interesting. Call your men on Owerri Onitsha Expressway to order. SSR tells CDS. Call your men on Owerri Onitsha Expressway to order. SSR tells CDS. That's Chief of Defense Staff. Okay, and finally, White Court ordered ASU to call off 7-month-long strike. And that's all we can take from the Vanguard. Do pick a copy and read up. And away from Vanguard to this day newspaper. PDP crisis deepens as Wike loyalists pull out of Atiku's camp. PDP crisis deepens as Wike loyalists pull out of Atiku's camp. Interesting. Too many dramas. More like if you try to be in the entertainment sector, this would be tagged to be more like a seasonal kind of drama. As the day unfolds, we see too many things happening in the People's Democratic Party. A lot of things are happening, and I wouldn't know what the hope of PDP is in view of winning 2023 presidential race. I wouldn't know how bleak or how assured they are. Come 2023, I just hope that the best gets into the office. That's the much that I can say. That's absolutely the much that I can say. Interesting. Senate confirms Ariwoola appointment as CJN. Senate confirms Ariwoola's appointment as CJN. $47 million Paris Club refund. Court sets aside consent judgment favoring fame. Interesting. Nigerian 16 others emerge UN's young leaders for SDGs. Nigerian 16 others emerge UN's young leaders for the SDGs. And that's all we can take from this day. You pick a copy and read up. And finally, on the headlines, we take a look at the Premium Times. Edo State reduces number of government ministries, departments, agencies. Edo State reduces number of government ministries, departments, agencies. That may be a right step in the right direction. Government should begin to look at cutting down agencies, department, ministries that has inflated, so to speak, the cost of governance. The masses are actually suffering, and we seem to be creating more avenues to, I wouldn't know the right word to use, so it doesn't sound absurd, but I would say that's a right step in the right direction. Edo State reduces number of government ministries, departments, agencies. Paris Club refund. Court sets aside firm's $47 million consent judgment. Shell community differ on cause of oil leak in Bayelsa community. Shell community differ on cause of oil leak in Bayelsa community. Court order ASU breakaway faction. Konwa urges vice chancellors to reopen universities. ASU breakaway faction Konwa urges vice chancellors to reopen universities. And finally, on the Premium Time, court refuses Baba Ijesha bail application. That's following a rape case against Baba Ijesha. And for you to be a part of this conversation, you can call us on 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. I'll take the numbers again. 081-5101-7777 or 0907-112-1017. You can also follow us live on Facebook and drop all your comments on Facebook. We would be glad you did, and we'll be taking them one after the other. You can also send us a text message on 0705 107 4443. 0705 1074 443. Okay, let's see. Hello, good morning.
My humble voice of AGP Jango, addressing from Ontario, for local government area of Atiku.
Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead.
My humble presenter, because of time, let me quickly and briefly revisit the headline of caption. Alhaji Atiku tell Wike that the IU will not resign. Am I correct?
Very well.
Yes, my humble address, this is the problem we are having in Nigeria today. This is the cankerworm which has eaten the fabric of our country, Nigeria, today. Because some section of this country, called Nigeria, has seen themselves they are more serious. They have seen themselves that they are the people that own this country. They have seen themselves as the people who are really born to rule in this country today. A stakeholder, a presidential candidate of a party have just come out today to say that the national chairman of the party will not resign, whereby they have a series of problems that have erupted the great party called PDP today. That was what should be the face of the people of the party, because people have been looking for people to say something reasonable today. I've said it that I will not resign. Not even minding why we the national chairman of the party is also from the northern part of the country. So this is Wike himself, who have been thrown some weight in the PDP in the south and the southeast as well. Let us watch to see this drama. Thank you and have a nice day. Ejango vibrating from Authority Zamanato.
Thank you, Mr. Ejango, for talking to us. Thank you for talking to us. Interesting. Too many reactions on that. A lot of persons has waited long enough to hear what the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, Atiku, would say in respect to this crisis. And finally, he has said something. Let's see what becomes the resultant effect of his speech. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is the voice of Atiku from Maria's Kingdom. You see, Atiku was in that office by the law of PDP. But there's no understanding what is happening. Is there by the law establishing a chairman? He cannot resign by force. So he can resign voluntarily. And secondly, the next vice chairman, a national vice chairperson, is from the north. So if he resigns, he's better who will have a PDP chairman position is for the north. So people don't understand. He cannot do a guy you grab. If I should go out right now, he gets that's the problem. So that's the truth. Coming to the other absolute problem, it's uncertain. The government is supposed not to take us to court. Because now they want to appeal. And if that issue of us supposed to go to dialogue. And they cannot force people to work for you. Even if they wait the government of the class, they may stand, they may stay there doing nothing. They cannot issue fine. So that's no problem. So if I started something, good class, and settle it and careful. So that things will start going well again in this country. Thank you, and done.
All right, very well. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you very, very much. I would have loved to maybe ask you one or two things, but then I felt it was necessary to just let you conclude and then take a bow. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my humble deputy speaker, Ariwoola.
Good morning, sir.
It's not to come from a came from all.
Very well, Pastor Cuff.
The reason I don't talk much about new and Nigerian politicians because I know you cannot fix problem you don't know much about it. Before you can talk about fixing Nigeria, you will first know how she works and how she looks like. Before you can know the right description, it's not just because I don't know them, they are heading to one thing. I don't care when we talk about this and so on. Mr. Speaker, for me to go and talk about the war in Ukraine. Mr. Speaker, at the war 3 months ago, I tweeted Zelensky, you are behaving like one of the African politicians. What should you allow yourself to be used by the Western world? What should you allow yourself to be used by British and America to destroy yourself? Mr. Speaker, if you look into that war, if you have a wife and it's one night, you bring a sharp knife and put it over your pillow, and your wife is asking you, they are the one that you deal with this time. He said, go to hell. It doesn't concern you. I'm sure that wife will not sleep that night. If you allow America to have military base in Ukraine, that is like Russia. That's what Russia will kill. Russia will not sleep because for many years, British and America have been trying to say how to destroy Russia. And what people don't understand what is going on is that's why people today in this
Pastor Cuff, I would like to call your attention to choice of words,
No, Mr. Speaker.
No, but as a matter of fact, you need to be as civil as you can.
Are you hearing me?
Very well, I can hear you.
I said, tell me why I use concept language here. Hello?
I can hear you.
I know it's a come to language here. I said, the allowed himself to be used, but the Western wants to show himself. Is that okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Speaker, when I'm talking about what is there, it's just behaving like one of our politicians here who allow themselves
Very well, Mr. Pastor Chris. Thank you very well for talking to us. Interesting, interesting. I wouldn't know on the basis you lay claims that he is behaving like one of the African leaders, but then it's very important that they come to a round table of discussion and reach a compromise to ensure that both parties sign a peace pact. The country becomes safe, the citizens, the inhabitants are also safe. Lives have been lost, properties have been lost, things, businesses are crippling, the economy is dwindling because of this war. And something strategic, positive, and productive needs to be done as fast as possible. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to my brother, Ali.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Chiwendo calling from Akota.
Very well, Mr. Chiwendo, go ahead.
Thank you. You see, what happening in PDP now, is fighting injustice. You see the result of fighting injustice without starting from the root. You are sitting on top of injustice and you are fighting injustice. It is Nigeria. You don't see things expect to come out the way it is. This concept is not meant to be won by choice. It is by force. You want the thing to go the way people are agreeing on your party, but you don't it's affecting you. You're sitting on top of the people created by the look at the 1940s, fighting injustice in his own party. Why?
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you okay, on what basis are you laying this claim of injustice and Nigeria being won by force and by choice?
Nigeria is not agreed to be together. It's agreed to be together from gunpoint, not by choice, not by agreement. So this means they want to fight injustice in his party. It should first of all fight the people that have been created and called Nigeria, and we are living together inside it. We are going to be one. So we should not be one. We should agree this way to be one. Let's take this. We're talking about one Nigeria. That's what I mean.
Okay. All right. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you. Interesting people with their varying opinions and thoughts. Okay, let's just keep going and hope that things turn around fine. Hello. Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning, sir.
yeah, Francis calling from Africa.
Very well, Mr. Francis. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the issue of Wike and although we say it's right, that the other way around, they made a mistake. They wouldn't have allowed us to participate in that PDP primary. They wouldn't have allowed. Let they feel that the national chairman from North and Atiku also from North. Why did after Wike them allow Atiku to participate? I want to ask a question. Supposing Wike was made the victim as the vice president, would he have asked Ayubu to resign? He wouldn't have. They are fighting for their just a nice choice. He wouldn't have opened his mouth and said, Ayubu, if Atiku would have taken him as a vice president, he wouldn't have said that. All these people fighting, they are just fighting for their stomach, not for individual, not for masses. That is why it's lamented. That is the people truth. Let us realistic.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. Interestingly, like I would usually say, variations of thoughts and submissions, perceptions, and understanding in respect to this crisis. And you look at some of the submissions people are making in respect to the PDP crisis, you would be tempted to agree with too many of them. This happened and nobody quite spoke about it until after the, should I say, selection or appointment of a vice presidential candidate. Then people began to spring up from different places with different reactions and disagreements and disappointments and all of that. How sure are we that these political gladiators are not playing on the intelligence of the masses and the electorate? Because it's where. Let's take some messages on our Facebook. This one is coming from Oswald Francis in Namano, watching live from Amagonza in Enugu State. Good morning. Omega FM Cruise, good morning to you also. The crisis in PDP can only be settled if IU steps down. The sensitive positions in the party should be equitably shared for fairness and justice. Thanks, also Francis Naman from Amagunze in Enugu State. I read this text message on my phone. Says, Arenza, good morning. If I'm from Olo, Christians must vote somebody who will protect their interests. It is a welcome development. It's the only way out, and that is the best and final decision. Thank you for testing. Okay. This one says, good morning, Arenze. It is disheartening to note of ASU's intention to appeal against the order of the National Industrial Court, urging them to call off strike and work. When two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. Dialogue should be adhered to for peaceful resolution of the crisis. Coercion and court actions will never resolve ASU crisis. The students have suffered enough. All parties should jettison court actions and come to a round table for negotiations aimed at resolving the crisis. ASU and federal government should equally give concessions for agreement to be reached. This is the only way out, and time is running out. Won't see MC in the hour and hour on this work. Okay, this one is coming. Okay, not quite delivered. We've read this one. This one says, good morning, brother Arenze. Chuku. I am Saobioha Achisokibi, person from Umwakwara. President Buhari bids farewell to the UN and promises free and fair elections. This is good, but can he put his words into action? Because similar statement has been made in the past, but we are not fulfilled. I am urging the ASU to appeal the decision of the court. The federal government must take responsibility for good education of children. May God continue to help us. Achisoki B. Okay, and still on our Facebook before we take a bow from the studio. Wonderful morning, Arenze. I am Frank Anayobo posting from Ihoma. It is getting more interesting. PDP crisis deepens every passing day. Thank you, Anayo, for texting. That was from our Facebook. And finally on our Facebook, good morning, Omega Radio. Good morning to you. I am Ezinna Benedict, vibrating from Akbo. PDP crisis worsen. In my own opinion, this is a work of God, and it is marvelous in our eyes. That's interesting. That's more like ending your message with a Bible verse. And I would like to take this one. This one is coming from a renowned analyst and social commentator and political commentator too, Dr. Msituma Ulebara from Owerri. The root of Nigeria's problems lies with those who are manipulating the system to suit their personal needs at the expense of national interest. Why must this generation be fast in losing all forms of ungodliness? Solutions to Nigeria's economic problems should be long-lasting and embracing. The problem is that our leaders lack the passion and creativity. We can't continue living in pains and penury. We need focus and visionary leadership. May God come to our rescue. Amen. And I say a very big amen to that. I quite apologize to everyone who is calling that we are no longer able to take their call. I sincerely do apologize. And for those of you, I am not able any longer to read the text messages. I sincerely do apologize too. This is where we call it a wrap, like we know. If you are just joining us, if you are a first-time caller, if you are a first-time listener, this program comes up every Monday to Saturday by 7 o'clock, and it lasts for 40 minutes, 7 o'clock to 7:40, and this is already 7:41. We have overshot by a minute, and I sincerely do apologize. Tomorrow, this program will make a return, and let's be part of it for more interesting conversations as we take a look at various national dailies and the headlines they've got for us. My name is Arenze Chuku, bidding you farewell and asking that you stay fulfilled and have a blessed day. 8 o'clock on the dot, Mona and his team will be here for the Mega Sports. Bye for now.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are